Take two.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Bumbershoot, where we're covering life's chaos with humor and heart. And you might have heard Tracy say, Take two, part two. And that is because after we recap the weekend, we are bringing back somebody that we already recorded, but long story short, it didn't record her voice.
Yeah.
None of our voices.
We're going to recreate it, hopefully.
So we're going to try to redo it. But this is a take two. We've had to do like 2 or 3 of these already anyways. I'm hot.
I know.
It's hot.
Hey, do you want my fan?
The fan.
I have it.
Dun, dun, dun. Sure. Okay, you guys. So thanks for coming back and listening. We it was a good weekend. Yeah. Short weekend. Not a whole lot to talk about, except for we did celebrate Rhonda's son's 21st birthday. No more fake ID.
Happy birthday, Andrew. I know you're listening.
Oh, yeah. Religiously. Thank you for the crazy looking fan. Oh gosh, I gotta be careful. We had a great time at Andrew's birthday. It was at their house, and
Saturday night.
Think anything real?
No.
I mean, we just had fun, but nothing really to report on.
No. Pretty low key for a 21st birthday.
Yeah, it was. Well, I said to Logan, I go, why didn't he go to Vegas? And he goes, well, I think all my friends are waiting for me to turn 21. Mm-hmm. Then we can all celebrate in Vegas. And I was like, that makes sense, because you have to wait till the last one turns 21. Otherwise, you're celebrating without him.
He's going to be there in June, though, because they're taking a trip and they're coming back through Vegas. So I think he'll get to hit it up for my birthday.
Yeah, for he gets to celebrate your birthday.
Older than 50 or than 21. It's in the 50s.
Yeah. You're a little older than 52, but 50 also? 50
also.
As well?
Yeah.
But then July will be there. Well, and I realized Logan's like, we're going. I haven't really been involved in the planning of it, but I just assumed it would be the weekend after his 21st birthday. Yeah. But I know my husband, and I thought, I don't know why I didn't think about it, but Alex is all about the day of. Oh. But I'm just like, if you go to Vegas, you kind of need time off, so.
What day of the week is his birthday?
It's a Monday.
Oh.
So I assumed we were doing the weekend after, and then best friend Gina will be out from Georgia the 20th through the 25th, and her 50th is on the 22nd. Oh. So in my mind, I wasn't even worried about a conflict. And then my mom was like, when's Logan's birthday party in Vegas? And I was like, yeah, Logie, when are we going to Vegas? And he's like, the 20th through the 22nd. And I was like, the 22nd?
His birthday is the 20th.
Yes. Yeah. I go, we're going on your birthday. And I'm like, oh, crud, because Gina will be out here for her daughter's softball tournament, which is better. She's going to be here than I have to try to catch up with them somewhere else. But she's going to be here and do something on the 22nd. So I might be flying from Vegas.
What if you guys went one day before? So like midnight on the 19th?
I know. Why didn't they do that? Yeah. I don't know.
Because then it would be a Sunday too.
Yeah. And you want to drive 4 hours on your 21st birthday?
Yeah, no, he's got to wake up there.
I might tell him to bump it up.
He can start celebrating at midnight, and then he'll wake up in Vegas on his 21st. Yeah. All right, Logan. Okay, I know you're listening too.
Yeah, you too, Logan. All these boys, they just sit around. They're like, wait, nobody do anything. The Bumbershoot podcast is on. Anyway, good job, Trace. We've solved we've solved all the world's problems in this room today. One with Luca and now one with Logan. We're good to go.
We did.
All right, so patiently waiting on the line is Miss Kellie Renfro. Well, some of our listeners might know her as Miss Kellie Renfro, or you might know her as Mrs. Kellie Ashcraft of Ashcraft Beef in Texas.
Shout out to the beef.
Hi, Kellie.
Hi, y'all. How are you?
Hi, Kellie.
We're good.
Hi, Tracy.
We're sorry that we're making you do this again.
Now I feel like we're good friends, too. Yeah. So I already know.
We're besties now. We got this down now.
The unfortunate thing is that the last one was cool because John came in and we ended up getting to talk John, and we were looking at you, but I'm afraid to look at you because then I'm afraid I'll mess it up again.
Yeah.
So
it's okay. I'll send you a picture. We're good.
Okay.
I don't want you to. Yeah, we don't need to mess it up because
we're not going to do it 3 times.
But we'll try to recreate it without the hubster. But he's working cattle, so in Texas, unfortunately, it gets to be 90 to 100 degrees this time of year, so you don't want to work cattle during the day. So they try to do it early in the morning or late at night. So today's late at night.
Kelly, what does that mean to work cattle?
Yeah.
It means that you are taking the babies off of their mamas. So when they're born, they're with their mom for certain amount of time. Each rancher is different, how long they keep their cattle with their mamas, or the babies with their mamas. And so you'd have to ask John all that, but and then they take them, it's called weaning. They wean their cattle off their mamas, and so they take them, they have to separate them, and then they'll go to a different pasture. The babies go to a different pasture, and mamas go stay there, and it's kind of sad. They kind of cry for a couple days, and then I know it is. I always know when they're behind my house and they've worked cows because I'm like, I can hear them crying. But it's part of the process. If not, they'll suck on their mamas for years. I mean, we've driven by pastures where it's like the cow is bigger than the mama, and I'm like, what is happening? Take those babies away.
Why wouldn't you want that?
Well, some people just don't know what they're doing. So, you don't want them. You don't want. It's like nursing. It's just basically the same thing as a woman.
Well, it's
like, why
not.
would you nurse your child for, you know what I mean, for years and years? And
some people. Okay, my cousin's son was latching on at 6 years old.
No.
That's
Yes.
what I'm saying. Yeah,
but Kelly, let's be real. With humans, it is a lot different and less appropriate in public than a cow.
Well, this is true. But cattle are just like women. They are 9 months. They have 9 months gestational, and then they cycle, and then they can breed back.
Oh, so you want them
woman.
breeding?
Yeah, so you want them, that's the whole point of having, for us, I mean, we have a breeding program. So, we run cattle, and then, so John will separate the babies, and whatever is like a good baby, which means they look good, they're growing healthy, all that, they kind of go into our feeding program. And then if they're not, they can either go back out into the pack, or not in the pasture, but separated for replacements, which means, they'll be replacement mamas. When they get big enough, they'll start having babies. They'll be put with the bull, and they'll start having babies. So it's a whole process. And I mean, there's, lots of cattle on the farm. So there's, it's different pastures, and this pasture just happens to be the one that he's working tonight. So it's not like it doesn't all get done at one time. Every pasture is different, and we have several hundred cattle. So that's just mamas, and then you have the babies, and you have the bulls. So it's a whole program. But yeah, so he's separating them right now, and then I don't know what pasture they're on or how many they have to work tonight, but usually it goes pretty fast. When he has someone to help him, it goes pretty fast. But
I was going to say, so do you guys have a ranch hand?
Yeah, we have, and then so there's also a scale in the field. So he'll run the cows through the scale to see, make sure the babies are growing and make sure that they're, getting enough nutrients, all that stuff. So if they're still not, if they're still too little or whatever, he'll run them back, let them go, and they're back out there with their mama. They're not being separated. So
that's
not
cool.
all of them get separated, but out here we try to make our bulls we put the bulls in the field so that they all kind of breed at the same time, and then they all kind of calve at the same time. So that way, right now we have one pasture that we're waiting on 3 cows to calve. And, last night we drove through one of them, and I was like, oh, we can't, we're missing a cow. So we went and found her while she had a baby.
Oh.
And so John was like, okay, well, and you don't get near him. You just kind of make sure to look to see if the baby's okay, the mama's okay. And then, if you can kind of wait to see, make sure the baby's sucking and all's good. But, so that's just kind of what John does every single day. But he doesn't, I don't really like him, or he doesn't really like to work cattle by himself either, just because it's not really safe.
Yeah, it is, and it's big, a lot of property. So, if something happens.
Yeah. You kind of want someone there with you just in case something, you don't want anything bad to happen, but just in case, you definitely don't want to be, have your phone in the truck and you in the pens, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because bulls are bulls, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but we don't really the bulls he'll pull off, but our cattle are so calm and they're so docile that, literally John can walk through the middle of them, and there's a few bad apples that get kind of crazy, and those are the ones that are probably the first to go, just because you don't want them to
What is exactly
disrupt
what exactly
to the
does
butcher
that mean?
shop?
The butcher.
No, they just go down to the auction barn, and they can go to someone else will take them, or they turn into hamburger. I mean, it just depends on what they are, and we don't have old cows. Like, our cows are not old. We don't keep old cows around here, but I think like 5 years is probably like an old cow around here. But we sell cattle, and we also have our beef business. So it kind of all intertwines together. So if it's not going to go into our feeding program for our beef, then it might just go into the replacement program for a mama cow. Or if it looks like it's going to be a good bull, then he'll keep it and not cut him, and he'll end up being a bull. But that rarely happens, because you want your bull genetics to be pretty high. So anyway, that's a whole deal.
I feel like you should start a podcast to explain this. Oh, you are.
Well, we are starting a podcast. Imagine that. I know. It's going to be fun. It's a lot of people think that ranching is so glamorous, I guess is kind of the good word to think of, and it's just a lot of hard work. It's now, granted, we do live out on 1,100 acres. It is the middle of nowhere. We do have, nobody around us. That's nice. But it also is a lot of work. You come home and you just kind of want to sit on the couch and do nothing. No, you've got cattle to go feed, or you've got, barn animals to go feed.
Well, it's a full-time job.
Yeah.
Any business owner runs a full-time job, because
year-round, every day, holidays, it never ends.
Exactly.
I mean, even at the restaurant, if a pipe breaks or somebody breaks in, you get calls at any time of the day. Like, when you own your own business, that's the nature of the beast.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And then you'll get calls that are like, "Hey, there's cows out here in the middle of the road."
Yeah.
And, we drive down there, and
Or
it's like,
donkey.
"Oh, they're not ours." Or donkey. We've come home and had 3 donkeys in our pasture. Like, someone opened the gate and put them in there, because you can't sell a donkey. You can't take him to the sale barn. No one buys donkeys.
My donkey might be there. It might have made its way down.
Road donkey. His rogue donkey's probably almost to your house by now.
Yes.
It's been about a year.
Really?
No.
He gets spotted.
Yeah, he gets spotted randomly.
He escapes. He does not
Not even in town, like just in places. I don't even know.
I don't know either.
We'll be like,
Really?
is anyone missing a donkey?
Hilarious.
We're like, nope, not us. We're not missing one.
Nope.
It's not us.
You're like, "Nope, don't call
Hopefully
me,
he's not
mine."
shipped or something. He probably is.
That is so funny. Well, yeah, I mean, about probably maybe 10 years ago or so, they kind of became worthless, which is really sad, because they do serve a purpose. But we've never had a donkey on the farm in 26 years. We just never. It's not something that we do.
They're just cute. I think they're adorable.
They're kind
They
of
are adorable,
jackasses,
but
I think.
John's really big on whatever's on this farm has to give back.
Oh,
And, everyone has to earn their keep. And that's just, it goes all the way down to our barn cats.
No pets?
Yeah.
No, just pets.
No.
No, we have a dog, but she's, 16 and going. But, other than that, no. Even our horse, it's, you got to work it. It's got to be something that serves back to us. And that's just kind of been a motto that's been instilled in me for married to John for almost 26 years. So yeah, we don't have donkeys. It's John kind of thinks they're just an extra mouth to feed, because you're not going to get anything out of them. And we don't really have a big problem. We don't really have.
I was trying to think. What do they do? They can haul stuff, maybe, if
They
you need
carry,
that.
haul.
I don't know.
That's really.
What'd you say?
They carry things or haul things, but your horse could do that.
Well, yeah, but we don't do, we're not packing. We don't do any pack mules or anything. A lot of that happens like in the mountains, like in Colorado. Like when John and I first started dating, he was in Colorado. He was a packer, which means that if you went out, let's say you and your husband wanted to go, hunt elk, and then y'all went out and got the elk, well, you would just leave it there. And John would be the one that would come out there and get it and disassemble it and put it on 15 mules all chained together, not chained, but all roped together. And, and then he leads it down the mountain. So that's what he did for a long time. And, he does know about pack mules, but that's not what we, ours are either for roping cattle.
That would be a mule, not a donkey.
Yeah, true.
A mule is a combination of a donkey and a horse.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a mule, and they are stout.
They're very
that's
strong.
why
So we're back to the donkeys are useless.
Yeah. We just circled all the way back to a donkey is useless.
Yeah.
Hey, a donkey, I don't know if it was a mule, but I think in the Bible it says donkey. Isn't he the one that brought Jesus to the manger?
Oh,
Yes.
Let's go with
I mean, donkeys aren't useless. They're cute. I would love to have one, but they're just, people say that they protect your herd. That's what they're supposed to do from the coyotes, but we don't have a coyote. I mean, we have a coyote department, but we've never had an issue. Mainly the buzzards are the bad things. Like, when a calf is born, you have that's the main thing, because a buzzard will take down a calf in a matter of minutes, right after they're born. And that's just,
they're that big?
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know how graphic we want to get, but as soon as the baby's born, they'll pluck the eyes out. That's like the first thing they do on a baby.
No, we don't want to get that graphic, no.
No, so it's just, so buzzards are more of a nuisance than anything around here.
They're like vultures?
Yeah, that's exactly what they're. Yeah,
they are vultures. Oh. Yeah. Well, that makes all the sense. Like you don't even have to explain a vulture. Yeah. But I didn't know a buzzard was the same thing.
I think they're this.
I'm pretty sure they're the same thing.
Or probably the same family.
Yeah, just
we're gonna have our researcher look at it.
They look alike, I feel like.
Oh my gosh, we got to buzzards.
I want to say they're the same thing. I really do. I want to say out there y'all call them vultures, out here we call them buzzards, but I think they're the same bird.
I don't know that we have vultures out here. I think they're in Arizona. I think
you're right.
Yeah, I don't think we have them in California, but
buzzards are medium-sized hunters with feathered heads, and vultures are larger scavengers with bald heads.
Oh, okay, so they are two different birds. Oh, do vultures have white heads like the buzzards, or is that just a buzzard? Do you know? Did that say that on the internet?
It says one's bald. This one is this vulture has a red head.
Okay.
Oh, he has like an ugly turkey, like those ugly turkeys.
There's turkey vultures too.
Oh, turkey vulture, yeah.
Yes.
That's probably what that was.
They look similar, but.
Yeah, they are a nuisance. So that's the one.
They're ugly.
Okay, well, enough talk about all that.
Yeah.
Especially that. This is not why we're talking today. And besides that, we did this in reverse. So last time we interviewed you, we started with our friendship, and then we went to the beef, and now we talked about the beef. Where's the beef? No, we talked about the ranch, and now we'll wean back to our early
how you and I met.
Yes, go, Kel.
So I moved to Temecula in 89. I was trying to remember, 88, 89. It was 89. And that's when I met you. You and I are the same age, but I actually had to take my 10th year over at Temecula. So you were going into junior and I was going into 10th again. So, and then we kind of were friends. I mean, I knew you and all that. And then senior year is kind of when I really knew you. And then we ended up in cosmetology school together. And from there, it just kind of became inseparable.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So I was already graduated when I started beauty school or cosmetology school. Beauty school dropout. No, and you were a senior. Correct?
Yes, that's when we became really good friends. But I knew you my junior year, your senior year. But you were, all the married thing, all the things were happening that year. So.
Well, yeah, I was engaged and losing my ring in my senior year.
And what's really funny is that, John, I've told him that story before. The whole school was on lockdown. It was a legit.
Looking for the ring.
Everybody check your bags.
Ring. It's not even like it was giant. Yeah, everyone check your bags. People got frisked.
Oh, it was legit. It was a thing. It was almost like, a drill. No one was leaving the campus.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah, the school security was going into classrooms and pulling suspects out and
You did tell this story, but where was the ring? I forgot.
It was in my folder.
Oh, she had it the whole time.
I had it the whole time. I had taken it off to put lotion on.
Yeah.
In my open, I laid it on my open folder, and then I closed the folder and put it in. And took off, and I didn't realize till I had walked up to the quad that I didn't have it. So I retraced my step. We went through my bag. That was the first thing I did.
Oh my God.
But you didn't know it was going to be in the folder or down in the slot. It wasn't till Heather Meadows knew. We were in the counselor's office. And I'm crying, and I didn't want to call.
I was going to say, you were crying. I remember you were crying. So upset. It was a big deal.
It was 2 periods worth of an issue. And then
it was a big deal.
Heather's let's go through your bag again and just turn everything inside out.
Yeah.
And so we did. And she opened the folder and shook it.
Yeah.
And it fell out. And then I felt so bad
No, don't feel bad. I mean, you didn't know. You didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, but what about all the people that were? I didn't accuse anyone, but like the school, the school
nobody
security.
felt like that. It was almost more of the thing. Have you seen it? Was kind of the.
No, Kelly. There were people taken out of their classrooms and frisked.
Well, I was not one of those.
No, you weren't. But it was the school security that picked who they were going to do that to. So
they probably already knew who they dealt with before.
Yeah, exactly. So it wasn't totally like I don't have to feel that bad.
No,
but
it was a big deal, and I don't want to make it wasn't because it really was. But it was also a diamond ring. Like that wasn't something to just be like, you lost her bracelet. This was a big deal, and it was, your diamond ring, and you were somebody at that school. So it was just, it was a.
It wouldn't matter. It could have been anybody.
And then I was in your homecoming court.
Yes.
I was the little wearing the big cone hat and barefoot in the grass and all the things.
It was medieval time.
And the picture you can post.
Yeah, I do have to. Oh, Kelly, you were supposed to look at pictures from the last.
I know, and John and I looked. The pictures that you and I have talked about that I have from the first marriage, and then you and I being like inseparable, and we would go to your dad's auction, we worked your dad's auction, all that stuff. And I would spend the night with you at that house, and all the time. And anyway, I think they're in a photo album because we went through all these pictures, and I found the ones that I sent you. But
you did.
I remember we went to Arrowhead, we went to Big Bear.
Yeah.
And then your cousins were with us as well, and it was me and you and him, and then your two cousins, and then we went like sledding and all this stuff. I think we did that twice.
Oh, Wes and Kristen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you hung out. You would come and hang out with me and my friends. I think I sent you that picture. We were at Red Robin or something.
Oh yeah.
We celebrated Nikki's birthday. Nikki Lewis's birthday. So yeah, I mean, we were really like we really got really close that year. And
we spent like every waking second together.
We did. Yeah. If we weren't at school, like, because I went to high school until noon, and then we had cosmetology school from 1 to 5. And then I worked at Nihon, which I don't know if that's still in Temecula. I don't think it is. I think we talked about that last time.
What, the Royale College of Beauty?
No, it was called Nihon. It was right there on the corner. It was, don't you remember where Nihon was?
Oh, no, I thought we were talking about Royale College of Beauty.
Where she worked.
Is that what the college was called?
Yes.
Pellegrino. I remember Pellegrino.
Oh, yes. She was a treat.
She was a treat.
She was a treat.
Is that school still there?
No. Somebody else bought it and made it a different school, and then I don't even know if that school still exists. I know Paul Mitchell's here, but that was open at the same time as Royal College of Beauty. But yeah,
I was. It was called Royal College of Beauty. I literally forgot the name of it. That's funny.
Yeah. But you remember what time we went to school.
We had some good college school, and then we would leave and go eat, and we would get in trouble. It was just fun. We
were like the class clowns. We were definitely the ones taking it least serious. Like, it's not like either of us ever really wanted to do that.
Well, neither of you do beauty right now for a living, so that's okay.
Remember, we'd make your mom and Gary Bronco's mom come in and be like, come on, we don't want to touch anybody else. Please come in here. So
we made all our people do the pedicures for sure.
Yeah.
Remember Mary Brainerd that I used to do her hair?
Yes.
Remember? And her grandson was a soap opera star.
What?
Michael Brainerd.
Her grandson. Oh, yes.
And she hooked me up with him. Like I went on a date with him. That was hilarious.
During cosmetology school?
Right. No.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, girl,
I kept in touch with her after school, after cosmetology school, and she used to keep going and getting her hair done at school, but I would like go visit her and stuff, and I saw the pictures of her grandson, and he was so handsome, and I was like, are you looking him up?
Yeah, I gotta see.
And so eventually we ended up going on a date, and it was the weirdest date ever.
Maybe you're in his IMDb early life.
Really?
No, I went on one date.
Do you remember?
I remember. It was like a Monday night, and we went to Rose's Cantina in Old Town, and it was the World Series. I don't watch baseball, so he picked me up in his car. I mean, dude, like, fortunately we don't have 1,000 listeners because it's probably not cool to talk about it.
He was on All My Children.
He was on All My Children. Okay. So, and he's cute. He was cute.
Yeah.
But when he came to pick me up, first of all, he was late, which I think is really tacky.
Yeah.
And then, but he did come from LA, so it was a little understanding. And then I went to get in his car, which was, I don't remember it being anything spectacular, but it was a fine car. And I get in on the passenger side, and there's sage burning on the dash. And I'm like, that's weird. And then we went to eat, and it was during the World Series. Like I said, I don't watch baseball, and we were like the only ones in there. He wanted to sit at the bar because the bar. That's him now?
Yeah. He's a woodworker. He's a woodworker now.
Oh my gosh. That doesn't even look like what I remember.
There's young.
And he looks like he might have done.
How about this?
He looks kind of familiar.
That's when he's younger.
That's what he looked like?
I mean, it says.
Oh, okay. Well, I believe you. I just didn't, hindsight's 2020. Anyway.
We lived a lot in these 40 years.
So, I know.
Years.
So we're there, and he loves baseball. So he's watching the World Series the whole time we're there. He wasn't even talking to me or anything.
Oh, no.
Is he way older than you?
I mean,
9 years older than you, perhaps?
probably.
Okay.
I mean, so was my first husband. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's okay, but I just...
Okay, so listen, it gets really good because I'm annoyed now because he's not paying any attention to me at all. Like, not even
And he was
talking.
late.
And he was late, and he had sage burning, like some voodoo was going to be in the
I was
car.
going to say, what kind of voodoo is that?
I
Like,
don't
to warrant
know. Like
any
maybe to warrant if I was a weirdo. I don't know. So anyway, I lived with my aunt and uncle at the time, so I was just renting a room. Mm-hmm. So I didn't have him come in like when he came to pick me up. He just came to the door. And then when, so the game got over, and I was like, okay, you can take me back now, whatever. He takes me back. He asks if he can come in. And my aunt and uncle were in bed already. Like, the house was kind of closed up. And so I was like, okay. And mind you, I'd been married my whole life at that point. And so I didn't really know how that worked when you're single and adult. So I was like, okay. So I had him come in. I had a day bed. I didn't really have much to like.
You can sit on the trundle. I'm going to sit up here.
We sat there, and I was like, I was showing him pictures. I didn't know what to do with him because he was just like, he wasn't really I hadn't even talked to him or got to know him because we didn't talk at all. So he just like puts the photo album down and starts leaning into me to start making out with me. Oh. And I was like, well, I kind of leaned back like, and then he was just like, going for it. And I probably should have said his full name, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah. And then I had like my toolbox up in the closet, and I like at a certain point while he was trying to kiss me and like push me back, I was like, no. I go, we can't do that. And he's like, why? Your aunt or something? And I don't know why I said this, and it's funny that he's a woodworker because I said no, I don't know the hammer. Something like I pointed, they're not the problem, that hammer above you is the problem. Like, this is not happening, buddy. The framing hammer, I think I said, a framing hammer. That's what I said. I said, no, the framing hammer. And he didn't totally get it, I don't think, but he kind of, like, he got the message that it was no.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I walked him out, and he texted me. Were we texting back then or called? Maybe called. I don't know. He did reach out two other times, and I felt so bad. And I was like, I can't go back and see Mary. I can't talk to her about this because I don't want to I just want to back in that day, you didn't call it ghosting, but I totally ghosted them.
Yeah. I'm just looking
Well,
at what he's
sometimes
done.
you have to. I hope he doesn't listen, but hence why he's not married.
I mean, is he not married?
He's not
I don't
married.
know.
I don't know. It doesn't say he's married.
Oh. I mean, I'm not going to say, I don't even know. I don't even know how he was.
Yeah,
I can't
don't.
say who he is because I didn't meet him.
You didn't get to know him.
Yeah, I really just we said hello, and then we said, and he tried to kiss me and then said goodnight.
It looks like no kids and no
You're like, no,
personal
thank
life.
you. Bye. Go back to LA.
Well, yeah. So anyway, yeah.
That's funny. But I
Maybe
do
you
remember
started
her.
his woodworking career.
The framing hammer. Oh, the framing hammer. That's my purpose.
is so funny.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Funny. So anyway, but we talked about last time when we had this conversation, we talked a lot about like all the adventures we went on, all the laughs we had, and how we were inseparable. And then we had another friend that we hung out with at school, not really outside of school, but at school.
No.
And then we talked a little bit about, how the one gal got pregnant.
Yes,
that's a good story.
With not her boyfriend, and her boyfriend was black and she was white. No, her boyfriend was Mexican.
Yeah,
and she was white, and then the baby's daddy was black. The guy she cheated on him with was black.
No.
And and so she was terrified, and he was abusive and stuff. So she was terrified to have the baby, but then she was also, we talked her out. Didn't we talk her out of an abortion? I feel like we did.
Girl, your memory is way better than mine.
Well, that's pretty sad because I don't have memory. But
I was going to say, because my memory is so terrible. Like, I look at pictures and I'm like, oh, I remember her. Oh, I remember her. Because one of the girls who went to cosmetology school, Jeff Pryor married. And I don't know who it is.
Serious?
Yes, he married. Like, I think they're still married.
Well, yeah, he's still married to his wife. I know that. They're so cute.
Yeah.
They have a cute family.
But
that's crazy.
Apparently, she went to school with us.
How do you know that?
I don't know, because last time I talked to him was probably... I know John and I have been married since, and we've been married, this year will be 26 years, so it's since I've been married, but he was like, yeah, I married so-and-so, and you went to cosmetology school with her, and I was like, I don't know who that is, Jeff, and he was like, yeah, because, I went to prom with Jeff. I went to y'all's senior prom. I went with Jeff. No.
I don't know.
I didn't know that.
My senior prom. Your senior prom, I went with David Ivar.
I don't know who that is.
Well, he was friends with Adam Urich that lived down the street from me, and Adam married Jenny. They live here in Dallas, or North Dallas.
I don't know them.
Do you know him? No?
Mm-mm.
He's the one that was married to Max's sister that worked at, remember we were talking about this at
Oh, yes.
Remember, and so Adam and Jenny just celebrated, I think they're...
That's Chrislin's cousin.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's Adam. Yes, Adam and Gwen are Chrislin's cousins.
Yes, okay. I just saw
Chrislyn
since our last podcast that didn't air. I saw Chrislyn on her birthday. Or the Sunday before her birthday. She came to Bottega, so she texted me, and I sat with the family for a while. Karen was there, and Chrislyn, and it's so nice. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, so Adam and them live but anyway, I guess he came, I don't really know even how I ended up with going to the prom with David Ivar, but I did, and, but anyway, yeah. But Jeff, yeah, he married, apparently, I don't know, I don't remember, all I know is she was blonde,
I can look it up later. I'll look it up and see, and then look back at our pictures. We didn't know everybody that came in after us, though. Remember? It was like a lot of underclass, and we didn't really get to talk to them and stuff.
No, there was I think, I don't really know who it is, but apparently she went to school with us, or cosmetology school with us. But
we kind of
we didn't really hang out a lot of people there. You and I kind of just did our own thing. We did hang out with Veronica a little bit, but we didn't, you know what I mean? It was kind of one of those things that we would go eat. We kind of did our own thing. We take
Veronica, we definitely spent some time with. I actually did a little bit too.
She's super sweet.
I love her.
We all still
AKA Kitty.
Well, yeah, now she goes by Kitty, but she was always so pretty. Remember, we used to look at her makeup.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! And now she's like, I look like I had dirt on my eyes. I'm like, no, we used to look at you.
No, she was always so glamorous.
With her red lips. Remember?
Yes. We were like,
we were just,
trying to keep up on her hair color and.
Yes, and her and Paul are still married. They weren't married then.
Oh, that's so cool. Good for them.
So, I know, it was fun. We had fun in those days, and then we hung out after that for a while, and then I almost moved in with your parents.
I know. It's so funny.
We did talk last time about my high school announcement, and I did send you a copy.
Yes, I forgot you did send me some stuff. I've got to resurface that stuff.
Oh my gosh, talk about dogs.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, because you created it, which...
Yes, you can't...
Terry did. Terry did all of it, because I had nothing. I lived with my aunt and uncle, and I had I had nothing. I mean, it was a struggle bus, and so we went to your mom and dad's house, and we were like, let's make these, and we thought we were so,
I remember that that moment in time, like the talking about it, like in my head, I can remember us talking about it and how I'll make the invitation for you to see it. It's hilarious. Like,
it is hilarious.
It is back in the day of like, maybe there was about 6 graphics to choose from, like outline graphics.
For real. And it was all black and white, no color. Golly, you didn't have color.
Yeah, I mean, I'll post it too, but I gotta show Tracy after this.
It was so funny.
I love it.
And then our high school, I didn't end up going to graduation because that's when my brother had passed away, but I did graduate, that year was just, and then I had that card. I was telling, this is funny, Tracy. So I sent a picture of a card to Charity, and I was like, obviously I was feeling like our friendship was diminishing or something, because Charity's like, I love you. I don't know why you would think like that. And I was like, I don't know where this card came from, but apparently I was in my feels or something. Because she sent me this card and she was like, I love it. It's like a whole did you do both sides? I think you did both sides.
I think so. I usually do. I'm
it
not
was
a
so
one-side
funny.
carder.
Like, I just love you, but we do have to work on both ends. Need to make an effort. It was so funny. I was just like, this is hilarious. That's why I texted you. I'm like, I must have been feeling like you were neglecting me or something.
Oh my gosh, that is funny.
To be 19 again.
I know. Well, then you moved, and that's what we were saying last time. Like We've always been in touch-ish. I mean, we did go a few years without really being in touch, and then you came to the restaurant with your aunt, and I saw you then. That's the only time I've seen you since you moved that I think that I know of. But then
I think I went to Temecula once, and you weren't in town.
Okay.
It was in 2017. I went right before my sister passed away. I'd gone out there, and I went to Temecula. I actually went to Marietta, and I went through Temecula, and I was like, I don't even know where anything is. Like, this doesn't even look
I know,
like the same place.
So
like, it's
different.
just I mean, I'm just like, where's
everything?
Like,
where's everything?
Yeah. Yes, like, where's everything? I mean, it was just, we had, a couple stoplights, and we were it. But now it's just like, wait, there's a mall? Like, wait, we had to go to Escondido.
Car dealerships, a mall. Yeah.
Yes, it's a thing now.
It's crazy.
And, yeah, so I was a little overwhelmed, but I did go. But I remember you weren't in town.
I was probably in Italy.
So, yeah. I have to find the picture of me and you and Brandy that we took that day. I do have that picture somewhere as well, because you had really short hair. We had short hair for a long time.
I know.
And then Brandy was pregnant with Mackenzie, I think.
Oh, so the time you came out and I saw you at Gourmet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how long ago that was, because she had done I don't know if I can say that. Anyway, and I had done it, and we were talking all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, and then we did a little better, but then when the podcast came on, it was really like when we connected again, and we have a snap ship, we call it.
Mm-hmm. We do.
What is that, Kelly? We've got about 8 more minutes.
Talk about all of our inside everything, because it's gone after you listen to it. So we can tell each other anything.
On Snapchat.
Yeah.
So we call it a snap ship because it's a friendship through Snapchat. So we
do you video message each other, or not video, just
we do video messages.
Oh, you do video.
We do video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we do video. But Charity's gotten good now where she stops in the middle, because normally it's literally, and don't even, like, I'm not even exaggerating, it could be 50 snaps, like literally. And it's usually from me, and I'm like, okay, I got to catch up because I listen to the podcast and I need to know X, Y, and Z. And,
Okay.
And I do. And I'm like, okay, you had a little hesitation here. What's going on? I need to know. What's the backstory? And then,
the inside
or I'm
scoop.
like, this podcast was great, or, like all the things. And then so then she's like, I forget what
Well, because she'll go through it all, and I'll be listening to all of it, but then there was like questions. And then I'd be like, shoot, and you can't go back to see what the question is. So this was just like, 2 times ago that I realized I could like stop, don't listen to the next one, respond to what she asked, and then go back it.
You did. And I'm like, look at you. You're so good.
Well, I first started taking notes. Well, that's what I did first. It was taking notes, remember? And I was like, I got to start writing it down so that I can remember what to respond with. But it's been fun.
That means that we just need to snap more often, smaller snaps.
I'm not sure we're capable of smaller.
I know, because it just gets to rambling, and then it's like.
Well, we look at each other, so you can see each other right on your camera. So we're always like talking, and then we squirrel, like, oh, my hair, oh, I gotta get my roots done, or oh, my lashes, or oh, there's something outside, or oh, what was that? And we do that. If we could cut out all of that, it would be a lot quicker.
I'll show her the pasture. You're like, oh, look at me driving. Yeah. So
yeah, but I mean, it's fun. Funny. It's fun. We get to you're more in each other's world being that far away.
Yeah, definitely.
From each other.
And it's usually when we're going somewhere. Like she's going somewhere, so she can snap me really quick. Or I'm going on the road. I'm always driving.
She's on the road, so she does it a lot. Yeah. That's why she listens to the podcast.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do, and it's been so fun. I love it. You girls are doing so good.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you. We have so much fun. All right, Kelly. So in our friendship episodes, which you've listened to some of them, I like to ask, and I don't know that I did this last time, but I like to ask what friendship means to you.
I would say friendship after being almost 53 years old, I would say that friendship is loyalty. It is definitely honesty and loyalty. I'm a really honest person. Sometimes that's a lot, but I believe if you're honest with somebody and you can have an adult conversation, that to me is where my heart is. If I have to tiptoe around you, then that's just not my people. But I am really big on being communicative, and hence our Snapchat. and just being very vulnerable with somebody. That's where I'm not a surface level friend. I just think those are, every day. But I want people that are going to be in my circle and know my circle, and I don't have to explain, you know what I mean? Like just honesty. I'm really big into honesty. I think because I just grew up in such a dishonest family that it's just, honesty is so just centered in my soul that, and I've always said, it'll come back to you. If you're not honest, it's eventually going to catch up with you. So just be honest. Yeah. And your people will be there. Your people, I kind of preach this to my nieces and my nephew. It's like, be honest. Don't be ugly or mean or hateful.
That's what I was going to say. There's a balance with honesty. I mean, sometimes brutally honest is not brutal, and sometimes it's brutal. But sometimes it's harsh, and sometimes it's just, hey, you need to hear this.
Yeah, and it's not that it's like an ugly brutal. It's just, do you want to know the truth? I don't like that dress. I think you need to you have a, you know what I mean, kind of a thing. It's like, this is going to be better on you. Your friends will tell you, yes, you look great. I think this will be better on you. I think this will flatter you back. Like, that's where I'm going. It's just more of a, not a, ugly and be mean. I know.
I'm always like, you want me to be on it? I mean, you want it to. What do we say? It's like if you ask me, it's like, do you want to know the answer? Because I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. So some people some people will come to me because they want it, and then some people or those same people will know. I don't really know if I want to hear the honesty, so I'll go somewhere else.
See, and that's I think why you and I vibe so much, because it's the same thing. It's not an ugly thing, but it's like, I want someone to tell me the honest truth. I don't want, I want a girlfriend that can look at me and just say, you know what, Kelly, I think we need to talk, or I think, whatever the case may be.
It's hard though. That's like, it's confrontational, to be honest, sometimes, or sometimes you just wait till someone asks the question, but sometimes you don't want to know the answer. And there's times, I feel the same way. I'm like, I would rather know blatantly and just be able to, because it's not that you're not going to hurt my feelings if you're, if you're blatant, but at least I can get over it. If I don't know what's going on or what's wrong, that's when it really makes me insane.
Well, I just think as an adult, especially now in our era that we're in now, I believe in having each other's back. You know what I mean? And there's that saying that, talk good about me even behind closed doors. I guess I don't really know how the saying goes, but something like that, that, it's how they talk about you behind closed doors that are really honesty. And that's what I want to be, that person that's, she's going to make, just stick up for my friends, and not stick up. That's kind of not a good word. I want to be in that era where we can all sit down, have civil conversations, even if they are
be real. I think you're trying to say be real. No superficial stuff. Don't try to sugarcoat it. Don't try to stroke me. Just be real. Yes. Be who you are.
Yes.
And that's it.
Yeah. And we're in an age where it's like we're all adults. We can have an adult conversation without being ugly and without hurting each other's feelings. But it's those people that can't have those conversations that I'm like, okay, you're not in the same era I'm in. You know what I mean? You're still, because we've all been there. We've all been in our 20s and our 30s and our 40s, and your 20s. You want to hear what sounds good. You don't want to be told something.
But some people never outgrow that, Kel. Some people never can handle it, and that's their own thing that they have to deal with. You're just saying that that's not your people.
Yeah, those just aren't my people. I'm just, and it's, I guess because John and I have just always been really, really communicative and in our marriage. And, I remember early on people used to say, because I'm outgoing, he's getting better, but he was very not. I could be the one that would talk to everybody in the room. John would be the one that would just sit in the corner and, hope somebody would come talk to him. He's getting better now that he's a Mason. He has to stand up and talk in front of people. But, people used to say, gosh, John doesn't try to change you. And I'm like, but I didn't marry somebody that I want to change me. I'm not going to change him. So why would I want him? We're going to grow together. We were 27 when we got married. We were babies. And, and it's just, so we've grown together, and he's made me a better person, and I brought him out of his shell, kind of a thing. So there is a balance. There's, and if anybody can put me in check, it's my husband. Not that he's ugly or he's going to be.
Well, he's your friend. He's your friend. Like, that's a.
Yeah, he is my best friend, and that's always going to be the case. And, but he's never been, I don't think you should have said that. I mean, he never. Like, he's just, okay, that's how you feel. That's how you feel, because he knows I'm going to say how I feel.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of where I go with the honesty. Not being ugly, not being mean. There's no mean, malicious behind it, but just truth and real. I want that in my friendships.
Yeah. Well, very nice.
Kind of our life,
Let's see.
Especially in our mid.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Can Kelly hear it or no?
I don't know.
What happened?
She has a little button she put. You'll hear when you listen to the podcast. I've never heard it before, so this is the first time.
I was like, oh yes, and I did.
There's a little button that says. Can you hear it, Kelly, or no? It just says, "Yay!" It's little kids saying.
How funny!
So after
like noise?
Yes, like you were like, and that's how I feel, and so I did.
Yay! That is so funny. No,
I love that. That's gonna probably come into use a lot now.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, wait, where has this been? Our whole. Oh wait.
Oh, that's good.
There's an applause too, Kelly. You're getting all of it.
I'm getting all the things. I love this.
Oh.
But moving to Texas has been hard. I mean, I miss my friends out there. I moved when I was 19, and it was hard to move, but it was a great move for me personally. I had a lot of trauma growing up and dysfunction, and excuse me. And so it was just kind of I needed a fresh start, and I needed something that was going to actually change my life, kind of a thing. And, back in 93, moving to Texas was not cool.
Now it's totally cool. Yeah.
I tell everybody all the time, I'm like, I moved when it was not cool.
I moved to Texas. Wait, how do they say it? I was country when country wasn't cool.
Oh.
I was Texas when Texas wasn't cool.
And that's for sure. I mean, it was definitely a frowned upon thing when I left California. But, my brother had just passed away. Like, there was a lot of trauma.
Yeah, you had a lot.
And I didn't.
It was a fresh start.
Yeah. Yeah. So
and you met the man of your dreams.
It was meant to be.
Amazing. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I married a rancher, and I tell him all the time, did you ever think you'd be married to a girl from Southern California? And he said, never.
Never.
He's like, I'd be married to a corn-fed Texan. I'm like, well, he's not a Californian. So, but no, it's been great. He's, had a great marriage, happy, live out here in the country, and it's a great life. It's very different than how I was raised, but being out here for 26 years, it's very relaxing, I guess would be a good word.
It probably keeps you
it's like half your life. Half your life there, half your life here, basically.
And you are in an environment that doesn't breed like stress and chaos like it does in the city.
Yeah.
Or in SoCal.
Yeah, but I mean, I work in the city. I mean, not in this, but I drive.
Yeah, but you're not immersed in it all the time. Like that's just.
Yeah, we get home and people, friends will text us, "You want to go to dinner?" I'm like, "That's a no."
I'm not going to rally and get ready and drive an hour to go to have dinner and then come back.
We're 20 minutes from town, so it's like just to go to town is a feat. And it's like, nope, I've been there, done that. I'm going to stay home.
Well, if God forbid the world ever the end of times, I'm going to drive to Texas and live on the ranch because then I can, we could live forever with the cow.
Bring all your wine.
We got lots of room.
I'll help. What do they call it? Something the cow. Work the cow.
Yeah, you're going to work the cow.
Work the cow.
You're gonna wean the calves.
Yeah,
Tracy's probably gonna be out there sleeping. Well, no, you're not an animal girl, so I was like, you'd probably be sleeping with the calves. Be like, come here,
Tracy
baby.
will.
I would be.
Tracy will. Yeah.
I would be
Okay,
sleeping.
Tracy, you.
Yes. I would be like
in the house,
feeding
away
the
from
cows
bugs.
with baby bottles.
Yes, she definitely would be. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Tracy will be out there with the babies, carrying them in the house away from the bugs.
Yeah, totally. Yep, got that right, sister.
I know.
Oh, all right, Kel. Well, this has been super fun.
Yeah.
We're so thankful that you made it time twice for us.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Tell John we missed him this time, but I'm sure we'll have another opportunity. And once you get your your podcast going, you got to shout out what it is so all of our millions of listeners can make note.
Everybody, be on the lookout for a podcast called Married to the Herd, and it's going to be a ranching, lifestyle, cattle update kind of a thing. That's going to be our podcast. So It's coming. We've got a few in the making or in the works already, and so yeah, it's going to be a weekly podcast, just kind of updates of what's happening on the farm, what's happening in the cattle, what's happening in the world, what's happening in our marriage, all that.
Oh, okay. Well,
so it'll be on all the podcasts. You can listen and all the things. So
amazing.
Yeah.
I do want to say really quick before we go, I'm super proud of you girls. It's been a great podcast. I've listened since day one. And I know I'm super proud of y'all. And I know at the beginning, Tracy, it was very hard. It was very, you didn't speak up very much, but I'm super proud of you coming out of your shell. And
she has done a great job.
You have. I'm super proud of you because I feel like I know y'all, and I'm like, I know Charity, but I feel like I know you and Rhonda, and it's just like, the girls are talking. It's so fun. So,
and Kelly, last time we introduced you as, you're one of our top loyal listeners. I forgot to say we started all weird this time, so
we did.
We get to say that, but definitely,
But maybe we'll meet you.
I'll be listening to the podcast and I'm like fast forwarding through the commercial, and John's like, "You better back up. That's how they get money."
Oh yeah, John, we can't lose our dollar a month. He's right, John. That's amazing. And then Tracy.
I said last time, didn't you say you might be coming out in February for the gala? So we'll meet you guys.
John and I are planning on coming out for the 20th Stars of the Valley. We are planning on that. And then I might make a trip out there in November. I don't know. There's a big event that happens down in Orange. It's in November, and I've got some friends that, before I went to Temecula, Tracy didn't know that, but I lived in Orange. Okay. And so I've got some friends that are wanting that. So I might be out there before then. But definitely we're going to be there in February. John and I have already committed to that, and I do need to probably book my hotel now.
That's right, because we talked about his outfit. We told his hat and boots. So
that's right.
Yes, because he doesn't wear his cowboy hat in California. We went back there for like 14 years straight every year. Not 14 years. We went back there for like 5 years. And then we started going to Arizona for 14 years to see my grandparents. But he would just leave, and he'd be like, "I'm never wearing my cowboy hat again." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Because I stick out." And then, you got to remember, this was 25 years ago.
Well, he wasn't coming to Temecula.
Yeah, Temecula is different.
But we never went to Temecula.
That's what I'm saying. So he would have felt normal here.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm not wearing my Wranglers." I'm like, "What are you going to wear? Like, you have nothing else, And so it's just, but he's excited, and, and y'all kind of pumped him up. It's like, you'll fit right in. So he's, I'm like, "You're wearing your hat. Like, you're not going to go and wear a suit without a hat." So,
for sure.
But no, we're excited. So I get to meet you in person, Tracy, and then get to hug Terry's next. So it'll be fun.
It will be. All right, girlfriend. Well, I love you. Thank you so much. And we got a snap ship.
I know.
Continue the snap.
I'll do it this week because we need to catch up.
Okay, we definitely do. Okay, all right. Well, that's not all. We will be back next week, I believe. We had a cancellation, postponement for last week. So unless I rally somebody in the next week, I'm not sure what we're going to do with next week. We'll just leave that hanging, and you will have to wait and find out. All right. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you. I always say we'll see you next time. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.